Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Dropping Dimes podcast daily dime series. This is now episode 25. And for today's episode, we have all the games, including the debut of the beer, James Harden. Yes, sir. And then for our quick dimer thoughts, in line with that, of course, we'll be talking about the much anticipated debut of the beard. And of course, we still have the top plays of the night. Yes, sir. The Dropping Dimes podcast starts right about now. Yes, sir. So welcome back, Dimers. Again, if you are just new to the channel and if you love basketball and if you love the NBA and you want to be updated with all the latest news, transactions, rumors, analysis, etc., then this is the perfect channel for you. The Dropping Dimes podcast by J.I. Dime. So please click on the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell. Feel free to also leave a comment, smash on the like button, and share the video as well. Okay, so let's proceed to this one. Again, we are now on episode 25 of the Daily Dime series. Yes, just like that. We're now on episode 25. You can follow us on Facebook. Yes, just search Dropping Dimes Podcast by J.I. Dimes. And then you can also find us on Instagram and follow us there as well. And also on Twitter and Pinterest. And then, though it's not being updated as of the moment, but you can also find us on Anchor and Spotify. Yes, sir. So let's kick off the episode with this one. Oh, not that one. This one. Yeah, so way back in January 17, 2014, let's have our travel back in time with KD. Kevin Durant, when he was still playing for the OKC Thunder, he scored 54 big points in a 127-121 win over the Dubs. Yes, ironically, over the Golden State Warriors, which eventually will become his team. So again, Kevin Durant scoring 54 against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green in a 127-121 win. So that is it for our travel back in time. Let's now go to our spin and dime segment. Okay, so for our spin and dime segment, again, this is in collaboration with Sports Daily News. Yeah, my G on Instagram. You can follow him at sports_daily news_. Of course, you can also follow us if you want. But then here are the scores. The Raptors, yes, sir, winning 116-113 over the Hornets. Raptors slowly but surely starting to win some games. And then the Brooklyn Nets with KD and James Harden dominating, winning against the Orlando Magic, but just by 7 points. The Spurs get their or avenge their loss last time around to the Rockets with a bounce back win, 103-91. And then the Blazers, nice game here between the Hawks and the Blazers. Blazers coming up with a victory, 112-106. And then surprisingly, the Detroit Pistons blowing out the Miami Heat, 120-100. What the hell happened with the Heat? And then Ja Morant is back. Yes, sir. Ja Morant leading the Grizzlies to a 106-104 victory. I'm sure my former professor, Diego Adjimar, is very happy that Ja is back. Let's now go to our featured game. Of course, for our first featured game, it's all about that guy, James Harden. What a debut for the beard. And he, honestly speaking, he looked slim. Like, what the... James should probably give me some of those secrets. How the hell can you go from being that big to just being slim all of a sudden? Come on, James. Let's now go to the stats. So, the Nets beating the Magic 122-115. KD, look at the numbers. 42 points, 4 boards, 5 dimes. And James Harden with 32 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. And he also had actually 9 turnovers, but who cares? If he's putting up 32, 12, and 14, forget about the 9 turnovers. Joe Harris had practice shots all game long, had 17 points and 5 boards. But if you will look at the Magic, Nick Vucevic dominating the Nets, 34, 10, and 7. Cole Anthony had 16, 3, and 8. And Terrence Ross had 23, 3, and 3. And they also just lost by 7. So something to that we will be talking about later on the Quick Dimer Thoughts. Let's now proceed to the second featured game. So for the second featured game, this was Chris Boucher again. Oh, man, Chris Boucher. Man, this guy is like becoming a regular on the Daily Dime series. And LaMelo is his favorite target. Oh, get that weak stuff out of here. Chris Boucher with another stare down after. So the Raptors beating the Hornets 116-113. Nick Powell surprisingly with a big game, 24, 3, and 2. Chris Boucher continues to ball here, 20 points, 9 boards, 2 dimes. Kyle Lowry's typical numbers, 19, 6, and 6. Gordon Hayward had a great game, 25, 5, and 3. Terry Rozier III had 24, 9, and 2. And Devontae Graham had 25 and 7. Unfortunately, the Hornets lost. And the Raptors win, so I'm sure Sports Daily News very happy. Let's proceed to third featured game. So here it is. Oh my goodness. You know that he's back, Ja Morant, and what a pass by slow-mo Kyle Anderson. Even the pass looked like it was in slow motion. Kyle is just a master of these things. My goodness, what a smack by Ja Morant. And the Grizzlies, more than the dunk, winning 106-104 against the 76ers. Ja had 17 and 6 in his first game back from the injury. Xavier Tillman, the rookie, how about 15, 4, and 2? And Brandon Clark had a double-double, 11, 11, and 2. Shake Milton continues to shake. He's just shaking it off. Shake Milton, 28, 3, and 4. Tobias Harris, 21, 3, and 2. And Big Ben Simmons can now relax. He's no longer on the trading block, 11, 16, and 9. Now that's what I'm talking about, Big Ben. And let's now proceed to the last featured game. And that is, of course, Dame Dollar. Oh, look at this move. Oh, with the contact, it doesn't matter. He's just too damn good. Dame Lillard. And 1. No problem for Dame Dollar. As the Blazers win 112-106, I'm sure my man Jose Manuel Ramirez is celebrating. He's a big Blazers fan and also a Dame Lillard fan, who dominated, by the way, 36, 7, and 7. How about Enes Kanter? 12 and 15. And then Gary Trent Jr., his, typical once in a week great game all of a sudden. That's why, hard to pick him up on fantasy because he just comes up, like once a week. He has this big game, 18, 3, and 1. Trae Young had a nice game again, 26, 7, and 11. And Clint Capella is starting to really ball for the Hawks, 25 and 15, while Kevin Huerter, you may say, not so impressive numbers, not so big numbers, but he's always producing though. Kevin Huerter, 13, 6, and 4, not bad at all. So that is it for the Spin and Dime segment. Again, thank you to Sports Daily News for all the updates and for all the stats. More power to you, Sports Daily News. Let's now proceed to our next segment, which is, of course, the Quick Dimer Thoughts. This is how we dime, and for today, I will be sharing some of my thoughts on the debut, or the much anticipated debut of the Beard, James Harden. First and foremost, first comment. How the hell did he go from being so big in his last game in Houston to being slim again? And that was just a matter of 2 days. Oh my goodness. Is James Harden a shapeshifter? Oh my goodness. James Harden should probably teach that method. If he can do that, then he probably should teach me that, James. And then, so again, seriously now, again, secondly, James Harden balled out. It was good that we didn't see much of the, too much one isolation on, Dan Tony is still there as one of the assistant coaches. So at least we saw more passing from the Nets. KD, Harden worked out really, really well. It was fun seeing them. And then Jeff Green is also there. It's like watching the OKC Thunder once more. It's like, what if, like they trade Kyrie for Russell, right? For Russell Westbrook. So anyway, this is just what I noticed. Harden will really get his. Harden is because such a great talent, and so he can really just get his stats, especially now that he looks really happy. He looked ecstatic. He looked very excited to play, and that's why he came out balling. And it made it so much easier for KD to also just get his buckets, and then their shooters as well, like Landry Shamet and Joe Harris, obviously benefited from it. So, as mentioned, the Nets will be super offensively, especially even without Kyrie right now. They're already super, but again, that's not really the problem. I think all of us knew that would happen, that they would be super elite when it comes to their offense. But the problem is, it was also blatantly obvious that their defense has to improve. Now, according to Main Man Kevs, maybe they probably need to add a big guy. Yes, I agree. They have to be very creative when it comes to their buyout. When the buyout period comes along, they probably can get a guy like Hassan Whiteside, someone who can just defend. Because as you can see, if you watch the game, Nick Vucevic was feasting all game long. And then guys like Cole Anthony also didn't have a hard time scoring. In other words, the struggling Orlando Magic without Markel Fultz had an easy time against them. But again, just like my man also Jose Manuel Ramirez said, if you're scoring that, if your firepower is that good, there's really no problem when it comes to, having your offense as your best defense. Of course, that's Mike D'Antoni's philosophy. At times during the game, they really look like the Phoenix Suns of old. But, I don't know how that would work out come playoff time. They really need to get some guys there who can, especially their interior defense. They'll be eaten alive there, especially when the game slows down. They can't just be running all the time during the playoffs, right? And then, of course, sometimes the shots don't go in. We know that as well. The shots don't go in at times, so that will be problematic as well if they will just simply rely on their offense. So 2 main points there from the debut of the Beard. I'm first and foremost, I'm very happy that he's happy. Nice to see one of the best players in the league playing at, the highest level possible. And then secondly, the Nets really do need to improve on their defense. It can't just be Showtime basketball, pure offense all the time. Yes, I know the shooters are going to be benefiting a lot, just like what I said. Joe Harris, Landry Shamet getting all these sort of practice shots all game long. But that was expected. What they really need to improve though is on their defense. That was also very obvious. That's the reason why even if KD had 42, James had a triple-double, they only won by 7 against the struggling Magic. So that is it for the quick Dimer thoughts. Let's now proceed to my favorite segment, the top plays of the night. Yes, sir. So let's start with number 5. Let's go to number 5. Who do we have at number 5? It's Derrick Jones Jr. and the Blazers bench loving it. Nice feed by Dame. Let's now go to number 4. At number 4, we have This pass, Kyle Anderson to Ja Morant. He's back. Oh my goodness. This is how you show everyone you're back. Ja Morant, let's see that one more time. Yes, sir. What a nice pass by Kyle Anderson. Let's now go to number 3. At number 3, we have... who do we have? Oh, James Harden. Oh, and then the pass to Jeff Green. Wow. It's just the nostalgia of seeing Harden to Jeff Green, Harden to Durant. Man, it's like watching the OKC Thunder once again before they traded away Jeff Green to the Celtics, and also trading away James Harden, by the way. Nice to see them back together also. So now let's go to number 2. At number 2, we have none other than KD. 2 hands for safety. No problem there for Kevin Durant. 2 of his 42 points. Nice jam by KD. Let's go to number 1. And at number 1, this is the top play of the night. Look at this. My guy, OG. Oh! OG Anunoby. No longer struggling. That's why I'm no longer asking Anunoby. It's now all about Anunoby. Let's see that one more time. Showtime by OG. Yes, sir. And those are the top plays of the night. So again, here, special thanks. Oh my goodness. Very, very thankful to all dimers. I cannot believe this, but we have finally reached the 1,000 mark on Instagram. That's the 1,000 follower mark. We are currently at 1,298. Many thanks to all supporters, to all dimers. You know, these are people that I do not know, but they're following the page, so I'm very thankful to them. And also on Facebook, we have reached or surpassed also the 500 like and follows mark. So many thanks to all dimers. I hope if you haven't done it yet, please follow also the Instagram page and the Facebook page as well. You can also catch there some of my posts which are exclusive there, and also the episodes you can catch them there as well. Okay, so let's end the episode with this one. So again, if you love basketball, if you love the NBA, this is the channel for you, the Dropping Dimes podcast by J.I. Dimes. Feel free to share the video, leave a comment, smash on the like button, and most importantly, subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that you can follow all the episodes of the Dropping Dimes podcast. So again, this is episode 25 of the Daily Dimes series. Hope you enjoyed, dear Dimers. Happy Sunday to everyone. Happy blessed Sunday to everyone. So this is J.I. Dimes saying, oh my goodness, the Nets look really good. Yes, sir. Keep safe, everyone.